When Rebecca mentions projects, I think you got a mailing maybe around June 4th or 5th about security here at the school board office and how we were locking the doors and all of those things. And then on your table tonight, I think you have a quote from, I hope you have the quote, from a company that's been doing updates for us for a number of years. For $28,000 from Ambassador Enterprises.
Yeah, that is. AE Systems.
AE Systems. That is the company that's been very good to us, that's done all the security upgrades at CHS with the camera system, the intercom system, and all the entry doors. And they came here a couple years ago and gave us a quote for locking this building down, putting a camera system in, putting what they call an ADA button on the back door so handicap could assess the building with a touch, and then it would be someone would be monitoring the entries of the building just like at Covington High School or Edgemont or Jeter, and pushing a button letting people in that gave the proper identification. And as you can see, the cost of that project is $28,860. It was cheaper a few years ago, probably $4,000 cheaper, but the longer that we wait, the more it's going to continue to cost. School security funds will not touch this project because there's no students in this building. I've tried it a couple of times, so there is no state funds to do this project. Rebecca feels like there is some possibility for monies. This company is very, very conservative in my opinion and works well with us. And if you'd like me to proceed with the project, I can get them on the ball and get it started. You see we've put up a sign on the front and the back door. We have installed a temporary button. We all are answering the doors should someone come to the door. So this is just make us more like all the other schools in our division. Allegheny County Public School Board office is also under a similar situation. You have to be buzzed in there, and they have the cameras. I think most school board offices across the state, most, not all, have some type of security camera.
Well, it's just not that, it's any business or office building similar to that. So.
Right.
Will this system be on the same network as the other schools? So if you have one badge, will it be a single point for you to?
See, I carry two badges. I carry one for Edgemont Jeter. I carry one for CHS. I don't know because the CHS badge is the same company. I may be able to get just another badge, and it would work for here and for CHS, and we would just let the people in here that need to be in here. So I don't have the answer. It could be that some of us have to wear 3 badges. We were told when they first put in the system at Covington High School that they could make the card system compatible, but that wasn't the case. So that's the only downfall in my opinion. But I know which one gets me into other schools. I know which one gets me into CHS. And the people that work here would only need one card. I would need multiple cards. Dr. Furman would need multiple cards. Maintenance might need multiple cards.
It's an inconvenience, but as I think about it, if you're looking at real security, it's probably not a bad thing to have separate ones. If you're doing a lockdown, wherever it may be, you don't want any outsiders to be able to come in, period. And to say that who has your badge going into school, so it's maybe not a bad thing that it does have different. Again, it's an inconvenience. But if you're doing the 100% security of it, it could be a better thing. If fewer people.
Right.
have access to the key if you would.
But I haven't asked Mr. Dizer, who is our salesperson, if the card if it would require an additional card for some of us to have to carry. So,
Yeah, this is something we've talked about for years, and it's consistently been pushed back. And it's like a lot of other things to this office. We need to take care of this office. We need to take care of the people in it. And we hopefully, and we don't know at this point, but we hopefully have an opportunity to get it done. So if we do, then I would like to, I guess, have a motion to allow Melinda to proceed with this.
I'll make a motion.
Do I have a second?
second.
All in favor?
Right.
Aye. Okay.
Okay, so I'll contact him and get him to start on the project.
So that
And
was,
other projects, there are things we're still waiting to get prices on for the current projects. Like at CHS, the asbestos, we still haven't gotten a quote from Simplex about what they're going to charge us to reset all the fire alarms and put new alarms in once they do that drop ceiling. So I can't say exactly if we'll have more money for projects, but there's a CHS, we've gotten quotes for lighting in the gym. We're currently exploring, gotten quotes for updating the microphone system, sound system at CHS for some cordless mics. Have that price, that could be one of the projects. We're also looking at getting the company, and I can never think of their name, to come over and give us the soundboard at CHS Auditorium could use an upgrade, and that's been one of Mr. Baker's goals. We could get them over to see what it would cost to do an upgrade to the soundboard. So we are looking at upgrades to this auditorium sound system, and I don't know about the lighting, but those are a few of the small projects that we could get done with any additional funds that we might have currently.
have they done anything to improve on stage lighting in the last year or two?
I
It
don't-
really seemed like they had, because it was at the dance recital the other night. It really seemed like the stage lighting might be better. Maybe they just replaced some bulbs or something and
not sure.
did something, or maybe the lighting they chose to use. I'd like to say there too, I heard a lot of people commenting about seats and the air conditioning being great. It was very good in there, and the seats being comfortable. I worried about my mom, who's 88, and she sat there for the whole thing, which was 4.5 hours. So
Right.
she couldn't have done that before. That's
So
good.
you have any thoughts on any projects? No, but
That's what
then,
we vehicle purchases.
being what?
Vehicle purchases.
Yeah, that's true. We're still looking for good used vehicles, like a 3/4 ton truck or another van for transporting students and staff. And we continue to look at the local car dealers and car lots. So that could be another purchase. But I'd like to get permission tonight from you all to look at how we could spend some of the additional money and what projects might be needed as we go through.
Yeah, I think,
end
and
of the
it's a
school
tough thing, we get into this end of every year, we've got a lot of projects that we haven't done because we didn't have the money. Our problem being is right now, as it takes the time now for Rebecca, we can't necessarily meet to know that we can do something, so.
So in addition to the vehicles, what's that high priority that like we would jump on if the opportunity arose?
Well, the mic systems at Covington High School, the vehicles. We have looked at lighting at CHS in the gym, and we've gotten a quote for that, to put in better lighting in the CHS gym. I think that's still a priority for student and staff safety. I can't give you my list right now, but I can put one together. But those three would be mine.
That would be one that I would think too. We had several basketball games in the fall, in the winter, that you could see the difference in lighting just by looking at the floor. It was dark in this area where that one. And when you looked at the lights, it was difference in the bulb. And I think Gary Wayne and Toby had told me that they were having a hard time getting those bulbs,
Yes.
and as they age, it's all different.
Yeah.
So
And there's also some painting projects that all three schools would like to have done, and I don't know if we can get, purchase paint and get someone to paint. All the schools need some painting, and actually, this week, the principals and a custodian and myself are gonna meet with Shane Reed, our maintenance director, and develop a 3 to 5 year plan of what needs to be done at the three schools. I can think of the walking track at Edgemont and Jeter Watson needs to be resurfaced. That's not part of the project that we're doing over there with the paving and the ceiling. One day, and I don't know what the cost would be, that a track at Burton Field is going to have to be resurfaced so we can continue to hold track meets there. I think that's probably a high dollar project. And actually, Mr. Hambrick, who's doing the asbestos, is the gentleman that did that resurfacing or did that project. He might be able to give me a quote right now about what he thinks that would cost us. So that, I think, is an important project. So those are the big main ones that I could think of right now.
Well, those first three, I think, to identify that would be a good start, definitely, so.
And we may be able to do none of those.
I wouldn't think there would be anything beyond that.
Yeah, that would be about it,
Right.
yeah,
So the
to
first
be
one.
safe, yeah.
Probably just to see it just.
So I think if the opportunity presents itself and we're able to do that, it would be great. I'll make a motion, have Ms. Snead-Johnson the ability to fund those projects if the opportunity arises.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.